Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Twitch chat. Welcome back to Let Us Play. I'm your host, Father Evans. Good to see y'all today. Good to see you, Bad Roxy. Good to see you, Brayherd. Good to see you, Gale. Good to see you, Quacksplat. And Bad Roxy, congratulations. You have not only defeated your husband, you have defeated everyone to get the crown of Furstendom this day. The crown of the Denis. So it's a crown of a people that no longer exists. So, there's that. So But yeah, hope everyone's having a good day. Got me some tea to help, because tea is the objectively correct drink for puzzles. So we're gonna be continuing Riven, and I was thinking a lot about this over the last 2 weeks of what we need to do next, and I also looked up the numbers, and I remembered the Denis counting system is base 24. Or 25, I guess, but caffeinated or herbal, decaf green. So neither. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get back to the island of Riven. Honey milk? Nope. Just green. Anyway, we came across this room, and I can't believe I overthought this, because it has 2 entrances, and we can rotate it. So if we rotate it this way, all of a sudden we're like, oh no, we can't get in there, but we can go around to the cave on the other side. And that is the big brain move. Aha! Aha, the French. I have no idea what that just did. Okay, so now this will rotate. So I've mapped it out. So 1 is like, if 1 is where we were outside, then this is 2, then there's 3, 4, and 5 is the cave entrance. So this will be, yep, a wall. This should open up here to 4. Yes! And the door is open. Hey, quick technical theological question. Having a discussion with an Eastern Orthodox guy about how blasphemy in the middle of his username. It's constructed like Bill M. Smith. He asked how, and I said in the Decalogue it's commandment. Blasphemy impious is speaking impiously of God or sacred things. Is that blasphemy? So in the Catholic sphere, blasphemy has a very specific definition. But I think we're just talking more the broad concept. I'm not trying to pass judgment, but I would just say I think that's in poor taste to have as a username if you're a person of faith, but yeah, so in the broader sense of blasphemy, it might be considered disrespectful and breaking the Decalogue in respect to using the word or the name God. So yeah, that I'd be like, if it were me, I wouldn't do it. But given that this is a third-hand account, I'm trying to do this as objectively as possible, is the thing. Yeah, and I didn't think you would do it either, Crackspot. But yeah, it strikes me more as poor taste than using the word blasphemy to me. That sounds, blasphemy has kind of a heavier connotation, so it's kind of like, yeah, it's not great, but Seems a sincere Christian. Yeah, there you go. And tell him to go talk to his priest. That's the best thing is that, you know, we have pastors in all the traditions for reasons, and we're here to help. It sounds like you had a good, fruitful discussion. It's, you know, not like an antagonistic one, so I commend you for that. It would seem that what we did, by the way, with that one, the lever we moved up, is opened up the grates here. Or at least on this one. You loved arguing this just happened minutes ago. Ah, okay. Well, arguing can be a good thing, but arguing can also be a thing that feeds into ego, so... Okay, so we were just at 4? So this should lead us back outside. Yes. And now if we do this, I'm gonna skip some of these animations because I can. Yes, okay, we have this way open as well. Into the giant gold sphere. Our Father Gen has a bit of an ego, speaking of ego. Five, 1, 4L, 4 square, 9, 11. Wherever you go, egos do. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ooh, hello. Ladder. Ladder. That was pretty good, actually. Looks like a call box or something. Okay, so this area had those 2 switches. That do anything... Okay, so there's another walkway there. So maybe I need to connect these... Maybe there's 5 of these spots that I need to connect. It's tough to say for certain. So... Gold... Door... Cave 2... Okay. I was just making notes on where each of these entrances go. In case we need to come back. Yeah, keep that one in your mental Rolodex. That is a good pun. Right, this is his weird throne of... I will speak to the people. It's weird that he put it so close to the temple. I mean... Oh. I didn't mean to close the door. Who's ready for Mr. Gen's wild ride? You're scared? That's valid. Okay, so we had come this way, and this is... down this way leads to the dinosaurs and the lower part of the village. So I think here I want to go to... Yeah. Because I want to go to the giant fish head again, because I remembered how you get into the giant fish head. And it's not obvious. At all. Behold, the giant fish head. Now tell me, chat. Looking at this screen, how do you think you opened the giant fish head that is behind us? Did you say, click the left orb? Because you'd be right. In a really weird way. Ooh, spinny orb. Look at that orb spin. Oh, we've seen the this blinking eye everywhere. So I think it's when it's like just about to close. About like that? No? You know the other solution to this one? You just keep clicking. Timing puzzle? I think not. And of course, there's another puzzle in the puzzle. So it goes up to 25, I think, is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, so there's 25 tick marks. So we're looking for 5 numbers between 1 and 25? We have 2 numbers. Our father's a bit of a megalomaniac, I'm beginning to think. But, oh, hey, look, there's the village. So I wonder what this button does. Oh, that's huge! We were trying... There was, like, the hanging bar that would come down right there, and we could not get there because this hole was open. So now we have that hole closed. Progress, chat. Progress! Now I have to remember how to get there. Hi, small child. That was weird. Where did the small child go? Four. 5. Okay. Given everything else has a 5. Oh! Ah! Oh, that FMV was kind of unsettling. Okay, so that's here. Yeah, so I need to take... I need to get there. Which I think I do on the other side of this whole path. Yes. Okay, great. Got a notification Just Bieber has gone live on Twitch. Oh no, my audience. What is the Biebs even gonna play? Or is it like a concert? What would you want to watch Justin Bieber play? I'd like to watch him play something like Satisfactory or Factorio. Guitar Hero. You're off. Okay, bye, Hope. Or you're off work. I don't know either. You're off to go see the Beeps. That's valid. Have fun. Let us know how it was. Gotta go sing. The only song of his I know is off the top of my head is Baby. And that is from very early on in his career. Oh yeah, Despacito. I don't think of him as Despacito though, because he's really the guest vocalist on that. Out of Touch, Father Evan. As I'm playing Riven. Hi there, person in jail. You gonna notice me sometime? No, they're pretty content to just be in jail, apparently. Run, be free! Oh, we didn't even see them leave. Ew, they need to call someone to... Hello? Oh, that's why they were so content in jail. They had a secret escape hatch. It's so dark. That's pretty water. I have turned on a light. I can barely see these things. You were listening to Dust Beeps. It's all good. I forgive you. At least we can see where we're going. Another secret door. Secret doors inside of secret doors. This is brilliant. I want this in my treehouse. Okay, so we're going to be needing to find animal symbols. Actually, I wonder. So we can do... Can I... Okay, no, you can't close the secret door by yourself. Hey, Craig. Good to see you. Animal symbols. What is this? Another Noah's Ark game? I mean, that's the secret. Secretly, every game is just Noah's Ark somehow. Mario, he's trying to get to the Ark. Okay, so these were the ladder. I was trying to find a way down. Oh, okay. So this gives us a shortcut, so we don't have to take the car there every time. All RPGs have a flying airship. Ark. See, Noah's Ark. No other Bible stories allowed. No, none. It's verboten. Okay, so we can get up there quickly, which is nice, but also, so what? Nice people in the village don't want to talk to me. Let's take the minecart and go back to that. Go to the third island. A little bitter at the end there on the tea. I wonder if it's not animal symbols, but if I'm supposed to be paying attention to what animals I do see in the world. Because we've seen a frog. We've seen, like, the cave frog from the trap. And get dumped. See, I think that should power this. But doesn't seem to be doing much. No, that's back to the minecart. Let's reset this at least where we found it. Because we've deflooded this chamber before. It's flooded again, but that's okay. Let's go around. How did we get here? I forget. Right, that's what happens when you unflood the chamber. You follow the pipe and it leads you to here. So we need to stop the fan. Oh. So I guess the best way to stop the fan is to turn off the power to this quarter. Because we can clearly see more walkway over that way. It's just a matter of how do you get to it. Why did that stop the fan? Hey, love, thank you for the lurk. Hope you're doing well. What if it's connected to this? No, the fan is still going. That's... I'm confused. So there's the pipe. Okay, that'll drain all of the water. Maybe it's that line I'm trying to cut off. Nope. No? This fan! This fan will be the death of me. I want to get over there. I hadn't noticed the flames earlier. That's actually kind of cool as a symbol of how the water is taken care of. Will X Peeper collab ultimate stare off? Oh my. The fact that I can look at this feels like it should mean something. How old is this game? 96, I want to say. So, 29 years old? Yeah, it's just on Steam, though. It runs pretty well natively. They actually also do have remastered editions of the series. The remaster of this one was made entirely by fans. Not the kind of fan that's here, though. Well, let's try to catch a frog again. This guy just says, climb through the fan vent. Mentions nothing of how to stop said fan. Urfa90, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Probably don't want to go in a room that is being heated by flames. How stuck are we? I kind of have an idea of what I need to do, but it's like figuring it. Like, I know I need to get through the fan, but it's like I can't figure out how to stop the fan, which seems like a weirdly simple thing to get stuck on. It's like we've come through this vent before. Oop. We came up and over. Like... You're getting deep into the lore of Pokemon there, Braeheart. You think you remember this one? I know if we bring this up after waiting a while, we'll get a frog. Hello, frog. You didn't even take the bait. I feel like remembering that sound is going to be important, but I have no way of recording a sound in my notes. I have handwritten notes. The sound goes re-irk. Ah! Thank you. Hello, pipeline. Is only on that side. Yeah, so that's the cue to be like, hey, there's this pipe from outside that will help, that you need to have to power this thing. If this were any other adventure game, I'd probably need to have like a ladder or something to jam in there. Not to climb the ladder, but using the ladder to stop the fan. So that's how other adventure games work. It's an odd-looking island out there. Like, again, I get the idea, but I think I have the right idea. I think I do too. It's just there are things hidden behind these doors. That's what it is. Hey, Tantalus. You need me to go online when you're not at work? My schedule exists. Sorry. I really would actually like to stream more broadly, but you know, there's only so much you can do. Okay, so we have another spinning orb. Looks like it's got a gold symbol. What, when it's like fairly open, it looks like, of some sort. I don't see a thing like the other one had, but, oh, wait. Is that a thing, or is that, I can't interact with it. That's the problem with these old games, is sometimes it's like, oh, is that a thing, or is that just a piece of decoration? Ah, pipeline. That's a good hint. What about the other way? Knock, knock. Your son sent me. It's time for a family reunion. Hey, look, it's the backside of the Gold Sphere Island. Oh. Oh, wait. No, no. We have powered these. We powered these because we found the switches for them. Shortcut. Okay, engineering a walkway like that is really cool, but also would be a pain in the Patukas, with it being curved like that. Oh, you could jump that. That's not that far. But we did see that panel earlier. I wonder what that opens up. Because I feel like if that's going to go up and we can get back down there, it feels like it's going to open something. Hey, we know this room. We know this building. Okay. We are interconnecting lots of things. And there's a third spinny orb. So why don't we go down so fast? Yeah, see, that's where it was. Yeah, we switched the power here, so, okay, so that didn't open anything immediate. But that does help, so let's go back this way. Past this ostentatious building. And find a lever. I remember that lever now. Because I was playing once, and that lever just, like, stumped me for so long. And there it is. That's the power to the fan. Okay. Ah, ooh. That just appeared out of nowhere. The latest ink formulation has proven a failure. Even when writing in my most promising books, I obtained the barest glimmer of a connection. It's frustrating to expend so much effort creating a blank book, only to end up destroying it when it doesn't work. There are days when the lab is uncomfortably warm from the flames of the failed attempts. The further I refine each element, the formulation of inks and papers, the physical dimensions of the books, the more I realize that the list of potential combinations is nearly infinite. It is during moments like these that I despair. Without access to Denis, my long-term goals may never be accomplished. Nevertheless, there are avenues of research which remain to be explored. I'm discontinuing regular observations of the stars beneath the fissure. Although I've been able to track down the dark cloud-like formation that migrates through the star field, and have proven that their paths are cyclical, without proper instrumentation, it is pointless to continue. My general theory concerning the nature of the fissure has remained unaltered since it first appeared. It seems that the fabric of this age has breached in a way that permits matter to be hospitably exchanged between two discrete but overlapping spaces, much like a link. But the apparent physical contradictions surrounding the juncture defy logical reason. The greatest column of wind that was formed when the fissure first appeared suggests a vacuum as one might expect in space. My early experimentations revealed the presence of a breathable atmosphere. That Atris and Catherine threw themselves into the void is the first evidence that it might be able to travel. But without knowing its true nature, I cannot take the risk myself. It is also difficult to say what would happen if I were to reopen it after so long. But it is likely that the results would be catastrophic, given that the changes have occurred in this age since that time. Maintenance on the steam vent caps completed. I am extremely pleased with the continued success of this system. I believe the construction to have been the Denis design of my memory, another example of the superiority of the Denis technology. It's ironic that Atris and Catherine unwittingly provide me with such a convenient source of power. My dude. Might have some problems. As with many of my views over the years, my thoughts regarding the origin of the fissure have changed. Don't say your thoughts have changed. I've recently begun to wonder whether it was actually an unexpected byproduct of the changes Catherine and Atris wrote into the age during their escape. Dude, the fissure was not there because of their change. The fissure is there because you were bad at writing your books. Anyway, certainly by casting their linking books into the void, they trapped me here quite effectively. But I do not believe that Atris intended the book to be lost in this manner. Much better to destroy it than to risk the possibility of it falling into unknown hands. Also, they had foreseen the creation of the fissure. They would surely have thought that the vacuum it created would eventually consume the atmosphere of this planet, a fate which Catherine undoubtedly would have deemed unacceptable for her home world. If I had not been there to supervise the construction of the seal, this most certainly would have happened. Kufal Browara, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Join us at the height of reading Gen's journal, getting some juicy drama. For the villagers were far too frightened to even approach the vortex without my urging. I hold on to the belief that it was an unintended consequence of their waiting for another reason as well. I prefer to think that my son had meant for this age to be merely a prison for me, rather than a death sentence. Hey, we got an Invisalign priest with the journal. The construction of the images has proceeded without fault. It is interesting to see how easily I've been able to adapt the Denis technology to mimic that of the Ahmad. In some ways, the similarities between the two cultures was striking. I wonder if perhaps these had been communication on commerce between the two cultures in earlier times. Maybe Keita's people were even descendants of the Denis. It pleases me to think so. Look at this. Here's all some of his detailed work. It is possible that if I were somehow able to supply the books with a power source of sufficient magnitude, I could suppress the variance enough to facilitate a solid link. It is doubtful that the geothermal cap generations could provide such an enormous surge. Perhaps I could adapt fire marbles. Fire marbles? Sounds like fun. Sounds dangerous. I've been cataloging the natural elements of this age for nearly 30 years now, yet I still continue to find evidence of the Denis' preoccupation with 5. As a boy, it was very clear to me that the number 5 had a special significance to the Denis society, from the ancient heraldic emblems of the ruling elite to the humble homes of the commoners. It was ubiquitous. Its presence here is obviously a direct reflection of the minds that designed the texts that I used to compose this age. Further proof that through their art, the Denis masters were indeed creating marvelous worlds they wrote, and not, as many have mistakenly thought, merely building links to pre-existing worlds. While most of my constructions have been based on Denis designs, I see now that the ones I have imbued with power of the 5 are clearly the most beautiful, the most perfect, and I believe, the most structurally sound. I'm still attempting to determine how the Denis color symbology reflects the superior design principle. Although superficially it is based on a 6-color system, I am convinced that there has to be a deeper connection to the 5. I will continue to investigate. Okay, so there's 6 eyes and 6 colors. So I'll take a note of the eye shapes. Plus color. I've finally made a breakthrough. I have succeeded in modifying 5 marbles to generate enough power to hold a descriptive linking book in a stable matrix. I have linked it to a new world. It is harsh and desolate age, but it is nevertheless suited for my purposes. And so I have designated it my... 98th age? 90... What? The first one's a 9, the second one's an 8. I don't know. But that wouldn't be Erd. Anyway. By studying it closely, I believe it will eventually be able to create more appropriate age for us to resettle on. For now, I will build an office and set up my living quarters there in order that I may conduct my experiments in safety and without distraction. I must admit that I am proud of my work. To think that in such primitive conditions I have accomplished in 29 years what it took the original Denis centuries to achieve. Totally not full of himself at all. Ow, my throat. Note, repair outerwear for work on this world. The goggles may need to be redesigned altogether. Begun construction on a series of link sites for each island that will connect Riven with my new offices on 98. And the Survey Guild has finally completed the site location for each island according to my exact specifications. And installation of the domes is underway at last. Work on the central power source got off to a bit of a bad start, I'm afraid, but the pace has picked up considerably since then, and I anticipate further delays. I'm looking forward to hearing of a civilized mode of transportation. Hey, we've seen these numbers before. But in a different arrangement. Kind of. No, same arrangement, just rotated one to the left. Due to the rebels' continued disturbance, I've decided to install a coded access system into all the domes. Okay, this is helpful. Dome access code. That is 6. $11? I think that's 11. I didn't take enough notes on the number system, apparently, is what I learned. I'll copy these as they are, then, I guess. Notes. This is part of why I love puzzle games like this, is you have to take notes and you have to like think things through, but also it's one of those where it's like, why am I doing homework for my video game? I caught one of the assistants looking over this journal today. I'm glad I've chosen to write in a language they cannot decipher. No, discuss security with each guild master. No problems expected from the maintainers, educators, or surveyors. Question the bookmakers and builders more closely. Today I've heard several more reports of spirit sightings by the same of the villagers. It seems that under Catherine's leadership, the rebels on the Black Moete, as the villagers obstinately insist on referring to them, have attained a new level of sophistication in their terror tactics and have renewed their campaign to intimidate the villagers into joining them, playing up their shared superstitions. The villagers are certainly susceptible to this form of coercion, especially given of late in the rebels' increasing acts of vandalism and theft. Or for a video game, imagine that. Well, we don't all keep spreadsheets. The Atram traps have been steadily fruitful. This year, apparently, the breakup of the islands has not adversely affected the subterranean ecosystem. Unfortunately, I imagine the rebels are experiencing a similarly generous harvest. No shortage of poison for their darts this season. That must be the frogs, the Atram. Such a morbid issue aside, the sudden availability has allowed me to refine a particularly pleasant extract for my pipe. One that is smoother than of the others from recent years. Oh, he's getting high on frog juice! Chemical analysis for one of the rebel knives has yielded curious results. Its composition contains elements that are unlike anything I've encountered on this island. It appears they have access to a resource of which I am unaware. Perhaps mine, or an uncharted island. Note, most of the knives have been found on the south side of the village. This is the same area in which there have been reports of peoples mysteriously disappearing. I think closer inspection of the area is warranted. The fact that they leave this distinctive knife as a sign of their presence concerns me. They're growing more bold, and seems to me no longer fear discovery of their hideout. The latest measurements indicate that the recent trend has continued. The movement of the islands has slowed tremendously. My previous estimates predicted a total collapse of approximately 3 months, but with new figures, I am uncertain. I have nearly finished writing the 98th age, and I have every faith that it will indeed be a safe place for us to relocate. It would be helpful to know what has caused a halt in the age's breakup. It's your son cleaning up after your mess. Is it possible that it's stable after all? If so, I must discover how this age differs from my less successful attempts. My examination of well, whatever age that is, have thus far proven inconclusive. Or perhaps someone is repairing the damage to the 5th age? If so, it would almost certainly be Atris's doing. I've reluctantly decided to abandon my experiments into the behavior of the water of this age, as there are more pressing matters on which I must now concentrate, leaving me little time for speculative research. For future reference, however, my investigation to this point have revealed the following. I believe the remarkable properties of the water to be caused by the life form that resides in it, specifically a type of bacteria. I'm imagining a mobile, unicellular organism, but with these structures capable of holding bits of water, whose combined effect, via surface tension, a stronger force, causes the composite body of water to move in response to heat. Prolonged exposure to the extreme heat, for example, a period of extended boiling, seems to kill the bacteria, which would explain its dramatic aversion to heat source. Unfortunately, these theories are still not fully tested, and I remain ignorant of both its deeper nature and its possible uses. Again! We get it, you're a weird, mad scientist. Okay. I think we're almost there, though. An exciting development last night. A squad of maintainers stumbled upon a lone rebel scout, and obtained from him the most incredible device. It is a crystal that somehow powers the flawed linking book, much as my own system does, but with an obvious advantage. It is small and weighs only a few pounds, making it completely portable. Catherine must have fabricated the device before I captured her. Obviously, with the explicit Denise schematic, she must have brought it with her to this age. If only I'd accessed such a document all these years. Regardless, I can now concentrate solely on the waiting of ages, and need no longer worry about building elaborate power supplies for each new book I write. This is a sobering reminder, however, that I must continue to seek an avenue to Denis. Regaining access to the resources may be crucial to the completion of my mission. Lore dump. Unfortunately, with the way that these games are written, that's really the only way to do it, but they do have some very rich lore. Because the fire marbles that Gen mentioned in his journal are actually, like, mentioned in the novel. Ooh. We have another eye. These all seem to be the same level of squint. Is that... I get... Yeah, that's 1. Last week, while monitoring the situation, the villagers from the scope in my survey room, I observed one of the natives swim out to a small object that appeared to be floating but anchored near the entrance to the bay. I ordered this object removed from the water for inspection. Several days later, however, I was surprised to see another floating there. The missing object had apparently, and quite mysteriously, been replaced with a new one overnight. I've long been aware of the existence of similar artifacts on the villagers' island, but have paid little notice to them until now. Tomorrow, I shall send surveyors to catalog the others. Okay, so this is not something quite of Gen's immediate doing. This is something more the villagers have. Let's unlock the door. Oh. You can't just leave the door open. Blank books that he's experimenting with. Chemicals for writing. A press? A book press? Magnifying glass. This looks almost like something you'd use to bind the books. Hey, again, what's with all the eggs? Asking for a friend. It's me. I'm the friend. Oh, there's the little frogs. Must be using those to help create the ink. Oh, that's a burned linking book. Hey, chat, you want to do something really stupid? Yes, always. Okay, let's find out what happens when we click on a blank linking book. Ah, dang it. I was hoping that might actually be a game over. In the world of Myst, that is an incredibly dumb thing to do. But unfortunately, it seems the developers were like, yeah, we're not gonna give you, the ability to do something quite like that. So let's go out the other door. Mel, you are not stupid. Please say 3 nice things about yourself. When do I join you for Magic? Hit me up on Discord. Let me know when it is. Also, good to see you, Mel. You know, some EOE cards. Nice. got in trouble with my friend. No. This is what I do when people put themselves down, is I challenge themselves to say more nice things than negative things about themselves. I caught a friend totally off guard doing that once. You have good taste in friends? Can confirm, I've met some of your friends. There's another platform, but we can't get to it. That's odd. Tua, I'm a great driver. Yes. Also can confirm. Oh! Oh, 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 oh! Okay, so we saw the 5-bar thing. Father needs his meds. Oh, that's not very nice. I got very excited because this is there is the clue to this puzzle we already have. 3, I'm really good at metaphors for the purposes of explanation and helping others understand new concepts. Hey, there you go. 3 awesome things about Mel from Mel. We love it. But we have, you see, sort of the star. So we came across a spoke, essentially, that had each of these shapes at the end. So I'm going to start at the top and go clockwise. So it was square. I just got really excited because I recognized the pattern. So square. Then it was 5. So this is a map of Riven is what this is. Oh, and these shapes match the islands as well. Because you notice how the one is where we are right now, I think. Yeah, so what we're looking at here, the big picture is a map, but even this smaller thing of just the buttons itself is a map. So what should we call these? Map. This is where we found the laboratory, so Lab Island, I guess. Lab. The square one is that the start, I guess? Because I think this one, this big one, I think that's the The one with the village. Because it has the lake in the middle of it. So that hole. So then square and L, one of those is the start island, and one of those is the... is like the forest island, with the forest village with the fish. I'm going to pull up the Denis number system real quickly here. So I can... transliterate these notes. So this is 24. 18. Because I think that set of 5, I think where there were like the combs on the different angles, I think that's... So this, I feel like, is to just confirm something. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Huh, interesting. Okay. So I think we have the key code to that one. This one... Oh, look, here's some Denis writing. This is what their writing system actually is. It's quite a beautiful cursive. Okay. Not sure what that's all about. Oh, look. It's another of the orbs. Oh, look. So here's the number thing I was talking about. So let's try it out. So going right to left, we have 24, 18, 17, 11, and 6. That did not work. Let's try it in reverse. So 6, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 24. No. Okay, so there's a different code for this one, I guess. which is probably tied up in this somehow. Well, let's go back to Jungle Island. And let's try this first dome code access we have. Although, before we take off, let's check out the other side. Rotata. Not that. That is way too ostentatious. No, Christ in today's gospel speaks about sort of separation. It's like, well, I thought the point of the gospel is to unite, but what he's really saying is challenging us to hold fast to our convictions. And I think speaking especially to his immediate disciples, that, you know, the beginning of the church is not going to be an easy road. But it's really interesting because his language that he uses here is very specific to a husband and wife leaving the house of the husband's parents. Like, you trace out how all the relationships work. That person had a book. That feels especially important in this world. No, don't take off. I need to travel in that thing too. Lurk. Hey, thank you for the lurk, Tantalus. Drive safe. Man, he just stole our ride. How many thrones does Gen need? This is at least the 4th throne we've come across. Okay, so this is the system of 6 that... So is that red? Is that the implication? Gonna write that down, fortunately writing in pencil. Because I can't seem to move this... Ah, there we go. I found whale's song. Look at that very large fish with tusks. That was actually a whale, given how its tail was moving. Well, this gives me ideas. Narwhals, yes indeed. Yeah, it was associated with the eye that's like a cat's eye. So it's kind of like a bluish light almost. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I actually wanted to do... Let's return to this. So this one looks like it has a blue light. It's the blue light special at Kmart. Ah, yes, these are the colors. Green. Squinty eye with dot is yellow. Closed eye horizontal is orange. Cat's eye. Cat's eye gets us a fish. And vertical eye closed is broken. So this one I'm gonna say is red question mark, because that had... That light there was red. So let's find out what the other dial does. Chat, we're making so much progress. We're finding all the clues. So when we find the puzzles, we're just gonna solve it instantly. Okay, so that's inside the lab, it looks like. And I think that's the telescope at the beginning. Looking into the star fissure. Okay, so we have all but one color, so whenever we find whatever... I'm guessing it's probably purple, given by the lack of what's on there in the classic color wheel. Let's put that in there. Okay, now let's go back to Forest Island. Any day now, flying car. don't feel too good, Mr. Dad. God, this isn't VR. Yeah, there is a Mist VR. I don't think they've done Riven VR. Oh, hey, this is perfectly where we wanted to go, actually. Yeah, motion like that would be a bit much in VR. Okay, so 24, so that's 25. It's 24, 18, 17, 11, 6. What the heck? That totally sure worked. That's not fair at all. We found the number and everything. Unless, is that not 7? Did I read the translation chart wrong? And it's not 17, but 13. Hey, there we go. I read it wrong. Check it out, we're going to another age for the first time. In a series known about... Oh! Oh, this is the barren, desolate wasteland one that Gen was talking about. Based on that numbering on the front. Which it seems I can't even get to. Wow. Because I need the fire marbles or the crystal, I guess? Like, it is known to be unstable. Okay, well let's go back to the other one that we have stopped, because I have a feeling there's one of these on each of the islands. Fire marbles might make beds catch fire. Hello? Ah, there we go. I'm gonna skip the animation because we were just here. Oh, that's not where I want to go. How did we get here, then? This is a different island. Right. Okay. So this is the one that's represented by 1, I guess. It's just that little isolated island there. Huh. Tell you what, though, Twitch chat, before we do that, I need a quick bio break, so I'm just gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in 2-3 minutes, so get up, get a drink of water, go to the bathroom, do what you need to do, and we'll be right back. And we are back. Thank you for your patience. This is where I thought we were the whole time. Back into Map Island. $24, 18, 13, 11, 6. Okay, it does work. Let's see if we can get into this age. No, it is also unpowered. So we need to figure out how to get power to these islands. Hmm. Yeah, it's dead end, that's what I thought. So this is all that weird water that Gen was like, ah, the bacteria make it magic. Okay. This brings us back to Laboratory Island. We should be able to enter and exit through the front of the laboratory now, which should mean... Yes, okay, good. So that will speed up some stuff. We have Gold Dome Island, which is good because that's actually where I wanted to go. So I wanted to head back here. Because we have seen... Okay. So this is the telescope into the star fissure. So we have to open the star fissure. Because it's hard to look through a trap door. So we have found, I was wondering, when we found the orbs with the eyes on them, the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 5. There's 5 buttons here, so. Nope. Dang it. Everything's 5s around here. Except for the colors in the eyes. Those are 6s. So 30 is the magic number, apparently. Because it's divisible by both. Hey, one flu shot scheduled. That's awesome. Frog. Baby's getting his student. Hey, that's also awesome. We love protecting children. Okay, so I feel like I have a lot of parts to puzzles, but not... Oh. Honestly, not many puzzles. Always feels like there's an offshoot there. But I'm thinking, so there's the room with like all the pillars with animals on it. We've seen a frog, we've seen a big fish, we've seen this thing. Yes. Use the sound horn alert. Yeah, because here's one of the eyes that we found, and that's two. What's that doing up there? We got out of that over there. That should not be there. I wonder if that's just always rendered there. I just never noticed. Or if it resets to there. If you go somewhere else. So like I should be able to get over there. Yeah, get back up there. So that's the other way around this. Yeah. So what was up here again? Right, the jail. And then the jail led to the secret room, and the secret room... Let's take a look at the animal tablets again. Because maybe if we see things, we can kind of confirm. And it's probably only 5 things that we need, given that, you know, this game has an obsession with 5s. No, that's like a crab. I don't know what that is. When do we start fighting? As soon as we see Gen. When you see Gen, just be like, oh, that's a mushroom, you. Although that could be a frog. When you see Gen, just, you know, come out swinging. Okay, but here's something that I feel like matches what we have seen. Could that be the fish we saw? It doesn't really have the right shape. Because it's really shaped more like this. You think the mushroom-looking one is a frog? I could buy that. Moose. It's like a beetle. Gator. I don't know what. I have no idea what that is. But I love him. Regular fish. Pig whale. Now that's a frog. I can't reverse this. When it's wrong, you can reverse it. So we could theoretically brute force this. Okay, so that's not... That is a frog. That is a frog, but not the frog. But yeah, you could, in theory, brute force this. I don't want to because I think that's bad. That could be the big fish we saw. Nope. Yeah, because clicking all around it, it's not budging. It's like a flamingo, aardvark, small barracuda. Bug. Oh, this is the fish we saw. Look, there's the tusk. There's its big back. No? That's absolutely what we saw. So why can some get locked into position, but others can't? Think the others are borked? I'm not so sure, because it's happening to multiple of them. I'm gonna just count, so 1, 2... Okay, so that just reset everything. It sounds like, because everything was moving. Yeah. Nope. So when you hit 5... Okay, it does just appear that they were borked. Unless it's an order. Do I have to put it in an order? What did we hit first? Oh, okay, so there is an order. So you can only change the most recent one you have touched. Okay. So that one. So we can't just brute force it like I thought we could. That's actually kind of good news. So those are the 3 animals we know we've seen. Other than humans, but... Can I not go back down that way? Apparently not. Nope, nope, wrong way. Let's knock twice, see what happens. Okay, at 5 knocks I can't do anything. That face is way too big for that space. Trucky. It does kind of feel like that. Let's put this back down. Bull. That's an animal. That feels like it's an animal, but I have no idea what. Where was the school? How did we get to the school? I think we have to take that thing to get to the school. Just get there. Gotta go all the way around. Click, 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 click. Turn us around. So I think the school is this way. So behind where we start. Because maybe there's an animal in the school. Okay, and then I want to turn around and go to the left. Yes, here's the school. Just done the alphabet. Oh, wait. Look at the thing on the lamp. I need to turn around. I need to go to the right. Now we have to go all the way back around. Again. We got the zoomies. I could have driven to that spot, but I forgot. Wait. Need to go up the ladder to the jail. Okay, let's see if it remembered any of our inputs. No, it does not. Okay, so frog. Fish with a tusk. Dilophosaurus, or whatever it's called. Bull. That could be bull. I'm willing to buy that that's bull. And then, oop, wrong button. Looking for that kind of matches, but not really what we're looking for. Do we go all the way around already? That doesn't have the right head shape of what we saw at the school. It's kind of annoying that the thing at the school isn't here. So I guess that's the closest one. Oh, there needs to be a sixth because this is a thing of the people of this island, not Gens forced anything. So what is the sixth symbol? Probably a bird of some kind. But not that bird. Does that reset everything? Well, we're going to have to keep looking for those, but for now, that's where we're going to call it. So, thanks so much for tuning in to Let Us Play. I've been your host, Father Evan. It's good to be with y'all today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. Join me on Saturday over on Pre-Pony's channel. I'm going to be playing Among Us. I might be live streaming it. I might not. I'm going to kind of play it by ear, kind of see what setup they want. Peace out, Dather 2. But yeah, and then Monday, Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Tuesday, Flood the prequel. Wednesday, Minecraft, and more of this on Thursday. I feel like we're actually getting pretty close. I feel like we have all the pieces. We just have to find sus. Yes, I will be very sus. We just have to figure out how to put them all together. We'll get there. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone who's liked, followed, subscribed, given bits, all that good jazz. Thank you for checking out the YouTube and the Discord, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. Let's see who's live that we can raid into. Gonna send you on over to Katie Fu. We haven't raided her in a while. So raid call is Father Raid. Go give Katie some love. And again, I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. Take care. God bless.